Thanks a lot. Congratulations on your win. Frankie Swindell was bouncing around the ring. He thought he'd win, but Samson Pua gets the Duke. Let's go back to Barry.
All right, thanks very much, Rich. Well, you heard Samson Pua say, I guess I got 21. If you ask Frankie Swindell, he's going to say, tell you what I think. I think it's craps. Max Gomez and David Santos, the main event, coming up after this. Time on Fox is being brought to you tonight by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for a crisp, clean, classic taste. We come now to our main event. This one for the vacant IBA America's featherweight title between David Santos and Max Gomez. We're going 12 rounds. Barry Tompkins along with Rich Murata. And David Santos is a guy with an impressive 28-1 record, Rich, but looking for that elusive quality winner. Put that in quotes. And I'll tell you what, against a guy like Max Gomez, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, that would be a big feather in his cap if he can beat Max Gomez, a guy who's been in with 4 world champions in his career and is really a fine pro and a very solid professional. Now, as far as Santos is concerned, you talk about that record, you look over his record, there aren't many household names there. A couple of good, decent fighters that he's fought, Jerome Coffey, but that at the very end of his career, Rodrigo Cerdo before that. But other than that, really, he hasn't proven that he can take on the best. Tonight, he's going to get a chance to show that he can make a jump.
I think that's true. He's won 28 out of 29, but the 29th is probably going to be the most difficult to get. So David Santos comes in here as the guy to beat. But as we said, with Max Gomez, a last-minute substitute coming into this fight, it might not be so easy for the man they call Diamond Dave. How did he get that name? The obvious.
I'm a manager of a jewelry store back home, so it kind of just fit, you know, selling diamonds, and diamonds being the hardest known substance to man. I figured I couldn't be Manos de Piedra, so we figured we'd decide to use diamonds instead.
Flashy in the ring, Diamond Dave has lost only once in his pro career.
I lost to myself that night, mainly because I was overconfident. I took the fight a lot easier than I should have. But I learned from it, and that was the most important part, to be able to get up from, you know, to get up from that loss and go on and still, you know, reach your goals. And I haven't reached the goal that I want, but I still have eyes on it, and I'm not going to stop until I reach it.
David just wants what every fighter wants.
Every fighter's dream is to win a world title, and that's mine. And I've been doing it too long not to have that dream, and I'm going to keep doing it until I get the world title.
He's seen last-minute replacements before, but not like this one.
Definitely, it's not a last-minute replacement. I've seen him fight many times. He's very tough. He comes to win. He's not coming to just get paid, and I know that for sure. And so, I mean, I know I'm focused on him right now. He's a tough fight. I think he's going to be a good fight for us. I think I'm going to show my boxing ability against him because of his style. And I think I'm going to show a lot of things of myself in that fight. I think it's going to be a good fight.
Max Gomez is a hard luck fighter who just can't seem to catch a break.
Everybody tells me the same thing, and you know, and sometimes I get depressed, but I think it makes me work harder, makes me train harder and be better what I'm doing, be a smarter fighter. So I think now I'm being a more smarter fighter. I don't want to get in there and take unnecessary punches, and you know, I do a lot more different things. You guys will see, you'll say, gee, that's not the same fighter. I hope so. I'm sure everybody will.
Well, oftentimes you talk about the fact that a fighter's record can be deceiving, and sometimes that's for real, and other times that's to sell tickets. In this case, Rich, that's for real.
Yeah, it's the real deal. This is a kid who's fought just in bad luck. He's fought 5 times last year. He went a 4-1 record, so he's improving that record. But the thing is, he has lost 5 times on split or majority decisions, including, now imagine, split decision losses to Kennedy McKinney, who went on to become a world champion, Jesse Magana, who's the #1 contender, who went on to get the title shot against Barrera. So Gomez has been knocking on the door, Barry, but he's got to get over the hump, and maybe somewhere along the line he's going to find good fortune.
Been right close to that brass ring, just been unable to grasp it, and tonight he figures against David Santos. This is a guy that, in his mind, he feels he should win this fight. He doesn't look upon himself as a guy who took the fight on short notice and just to get a payday. It's not at all that. And David Santos, to his credit, recognizes that. Now, David Santos, as we said, 28-1, and again, much as the 16-7 record of Max Gomez is misleading, so too might be the 28-1 record of Santos.
Yep, and that's because he just has not fought what you would call recognizable names. In fact, just 2 fights ago, he suffered his only defeat, Barry. That November 15th, he lost a 10-round decision to Rafael Moran, a guy who only had a 17-10 record. Now, talking to him about that fight, he said he was just way overconfident. He said he'll never make the mistake of underestimating an opponent again. He really wasn't ready and into the fight mentally, and that certainly is not the case. He has a lot of respect for his opponent here tonight.
And in every conversation, he was quick to point that out, too, that he's not taking Max Gomez lightly, despite the fact that he is taking his fight on 4 days. He said he's seen him fight an awful lot of times, and that's something a lot of fighters won't do. They won't watch an opponent. But David Santos says, I've watched Max Gomez. I know what he does. He's not a great secret. And that fact is undebatable. He's going to try to get right on the chest of David Santos. Santos will have to try to keep him on the end of the jab, and therein, I think, is the story of the fight. Right now, let's get to it. We'll meet these two with Jimmy Lennon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the State Fairgrounds here in Albuquerque, New Mexico for the featured attraction of the evening, brought to you by America Presents and Fresquez Productions, along with Budweiser, the undisputed, undefeated king of beers. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the International Boxing Association. The president and supervisor is the former baseball great and Cy Young Award winner Dean Chance, along with Norman Longton. Representing the New Mexico State Athletic Commission, the chairman is Jim Boggio, commissioners Stan Gallup, Louis Burke, Jim Lilly, and Leo Dow, the coordinator at ringside, Max Abeta. Introducing to you our judges, scoring this bout from ringside, Levi Martinez, Bill Gant, and Rocky Burke, and our referee in charge of this bout, introducing Larry Chavez. All right, fans, here we go. It's fight time on Fox, and our main event of the evening for the vacant IBA America's Featherweight Championship, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing black trunks and fighting out of Denver, Colorado. He weighed in at a ready 123 pounds. His record includes 18 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, 10 wins. Coming by way of knockout, please welcome the former WBU Super Bantamweight Champion, the always exciting Mad Max Gomez. And his opponent across the ring, ready to fight on my left out of the blue corner in this 12-round main event, wearing white trunks. He hails from St. Petersburg, Florida, now training out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He weighed in at an even 125 pounds. His fine record includes 28 wins, only 1 loss, 19 wins, coming by way of knockout. Currently holding the USBA Featherweight Championship, please welcome Diamond David Santos. Once again, Larry Chavez, our referee in charge.
Okay, David Max, I gave both you guys your instructions earlier. Did you understand them? Did you understand them? Do any of you have any questions? I expect a good, clean fight. I want you to pay attention to me at all times. Good luck to both of you now, and go to your corner.
So with that, we are set to go. Let's take a look at the Budweiser tail of the tape. Santos 2 pounds heavier and 6 inches taller than Gomez, but Gomez says, I'm used to that. Santos says, I'm used to fighting a smaller guy. The New Mexico rules, 10-point must system, 3 knockdown rule is in effect. There will be a standing 8 count. Saving the belt only in the last round. The referee is the only one who can stop the fight. The headbutt rule, after 3 rounds, they will go to the scorecards. So again, no secrets in this fight.
Hey, get that down. Get that down.
Heard referee Larry Chavez ask if either fighter had any questions. Have you ever heard a fighter ask a question?
No, and I've never heard him listen to the official.
No, neither have I.
The instructions.
So we got Gomez in the black and Santos in the white. And I'll tell you what, I haven't seen this many sequins this side of Tara Lipinski.
Now Santos says he's going to have to utilize the ring in this fight, at least in the early rounds against Gomez.
And it is a smaller ring, as we pointed out, and that could provide a slight edge to Gomez.
Gomez's last fight was in November, a 12-round decision over Felipe Garcia. Santos just fought a couple months ago, February 15th.